So what's up, guys? Smiles back with another video. I want to talk about something, man, I've been thinking about for a while. It has to do with Joker. Now, if you notice that the movie's been out for, I think, 2 or 3 years now. I'm not mistaken, 1.5, 2 years, maybe 3 years. It's been a while since I've seen it. But Joker is an extremely interesting character. I mean, he really is. Like the way he conducts himself and the way that his thought patterns work, and chaos is his main thing, which is really interesting. He's spontaneous but yet logical at the same time. Like it's a combination of genius and evil chaos. Right. I remember growing up and watching the Batman series. I'm like, why is Joker so spontaneously evil like this? Like, why is he throwing people off buildings and for Batman to save it and then escaping? Like, why is he putting humans in predicaments that make them choose between one another? Like, the Dark Knight itself is just a complete, utter breakdown of human nature in a nutshell. Like, if you know human nature, that movie is definitely a reflection of everything that the scientists and the social psychologists and evolution psychologists have learned. So I was like, why does Joker do all this, right? And then it didn't make sense until his movie came out, right? Which is played and starred by Joaquin Phoenix, right? I found it rather interesting, right? Because everybody to a degree can identify with this. He's a clown, and he's just trying to make money, make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to be the good guy, be the good person. But every person in his life fucks him over. They take his kindness for weakness. His boss, his co-workers. Right, I remember the scene whenever they took his clown thing. I think it was his mask, right? And the kids, they lured him down in that alleyway just to clothes hanging. The therapist, literally everybody around him was lying to him or manipulating him or using them for their purposes. Are we any different? It makes you wonder sometimes, right? So anyway, he goes through all of that. And he, at pretty much towards the midpoint of the movie, he's like, man, fuck all this, screw all of this. I'm just gonna go rogue, right? Because nobody gives a shit anyway. And this is the concept of the good kid gone bad. Like, this is the concept of, you growing up being socialized to be a good person and to put people before yourself and all those types of things, just to find out that people, like, when they find out that your weakness is morality, they use it against you to get over on you, per se. So he goes rogue. He kills those 2 guys that were trying to get with that, do something to that woman on the train. And then he just has a whole thing for just killing people ever since. It gives him a sense of freedom, liberty, and expression. Right? The most iconic thing about that movie was whenever he was dancing. It symbolizes him being free, breaking the chains of being a slave to other people, to being himself, truly who he was. As evil as it was, he was being true to who he was. Even towards the end, that people tend to embrace him towards the end of the movie. Right? So what is the big takeaway from this? What can we do? What can we learn? How can we implement some of his tactics into our tactics? Well, rule number 1, if you're still how can I say this? If you still need other people to validate you, you're gonna be waiting a long time. If you're waiting for other people to approve of your lifestyle, to approve of your dreams, your goals, you're gonna be waiting a long time. There is no other choice but for you to take control, carpe diem, seize the day, seize your life, and take control. There's no other alternative. You might have one or two people. I have had some mentors. Even some of my parents have believed in me in certain things, but they didn't believe in everything that I did. My mentor was the main person that pushed me to those things and said, hey man, worst comes to worst, you just learn something else and you use that along the way for your journey. Right? Second thing I would say is you need to develop that evil side. You would probably have to develop that evil side. Now, I'm not saying you should become a killer and cold-blooded killer and everything, but what I am saying is you better stand up for yourself, right? You got to teach other people how to behave around you. If you don't respect yourself, nobody's going to respect you for you. Now, granted, some people are higher thinking. I wouldn't say higher thinking, but some people have the common decency and the common sense just to be good. You know what I'm saying? They give respect in order to get respect. Some people have that natural tendency to do that. Now, they're going to come across some people that do not understand that. Right? They come from broken homes, whatever it is, broken situations, they're just bad, whatever it is. Those people need to be put in their place. They only understand stupid. They only understand getting cursed out. They only understand fists, arguments, loud voices, authority. Like they only understand that. They can't understand a rational conversation. Right? So for those people, you need to develop that evil side of you to defend yourself in order to get the respect of those people as well. Right? Because what happens is people see a correlation. They're like, okay, this guy gets away with this, but this guy doesn't get away with this, so I'm gonna treat him this way because he responds to this. You see what I'm saying? Nip that stuff in the bud early. And lastly, guys, I just want to end the video with this. Joker was never really wrong. It wasn't wrong. You could argue that Batman's being more fake than Joker is because Joker's being authentically himself. It makes you wonder, right? Are the villains really wrong? Are the heroes really the bad people in disguise? That's another video for another day. I just want to break this video down, or break this little movie down, a little bit of Joker down. I could go for hours on this, but I don't want to make the video too long. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this content. Consider donating to the channel if you like this content at Cashapp, $Myleschum. The link's in the description below. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll be posting stuff over there on a consistent basis, guys. You guys have a good day. Have a good week. Be safe. It's getting cold. If you live here in Texas and Dallas and everything, it's a good winter storm coming through. Be safe, guys. All right. See y'all in my next video. You have a good one. Deuces.